Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
It's our first full day now in London. We are staying with family in this beautiful neighbourhood over here. Our first thing we'll be seeing today is the Shard, a famous building, then heading to the Borough Markets, which are also quite famous, before heading to the Tower of London, and then this evening to the Phantom of the Opera. So join us. Okay, so we're about to hop on the 11:30 train that'll take us through to London Bridge. It's a beautiful sunny morning here, and it looks like on the weather forecast, although it's still freezing cold, it's only about 11 degrees Celsius, that we're going to have sunshine all 4 days that we're here. So here we are at London's The Shard, but other people have made much better videos of it than me. Completed in 2012, it has the UK's highest observation deck on the 72nd floor, but the best views of this iconic building are from when you are looking at it, not standing in it. Plus, it's £22 minimum per person to go up it, so we had a much better plan we'll show you in a few minutes, so stick around. Oh, there you go. We've reached the Borough Market. The Borough Market has operated for hundreds of years and is now a mix of artisan foods and crafts, open 7 days a week. Amazing. Got your carrot cake here, all the yummy things today. Looks delicious.
Whatever you like. She would like a cheese pretzel.
A cheese pretzel. Sure. Okay. So we just bought some different breads and a salad on the side of the road. We paid £10.50 for 3 of us to get enough food to fill us up for lunch. So if you're happy to have bread or something like that, it's really not a bad deal at all. So most of the food places we've seen here so far seem quite reasonably priced for what I imagine is a touristy place. There seem to be a lot of locals here doing their shopping as well. You've got amazing different breads, things that are made with love and care, I'd say. Got incredible cheeses here. Lots of artisan type things that people are making. If you're looking for a job, there's the place for you. We found a fruit and vegetable stall with all sorts of random fruit that you don't typically see. You've got star fruit over here, you've got durian over there, jackfruit, baby kiwi fruit. Never even heard of that, and we live in the land of the kiwi fruit. Korean pears, amazing options. Look at all those. So clearly this is the most popular store in the entire market. It's selling Spanish food, paella, among other things, and there's a queue all the way down there. Clearly delicious, but we'd already eaten all our lunch, so we're probably not going to get to try it. You need to come and check it out yourself. Sorry, mind the rest? Don't want to get your jacket, Rose?
Did you say thank you?
What do you reckon? Is that good?
Strawberries, guys.
It's very windy, so hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. But at least it's beautiful sunshine. So here we are at the Thames River, crossing over London Bridge. So people often get London Bridge and Tower Bridge confused. So London Bridge is falling down. We've all heard the nursery rhyme. But people think that that bridge over there is London Bridge. That's actually Tower Bridge at the Tower of London. Okay, so we're about to head up the Sky Garden. There it is, all the way up the top there. So we have arrived at the Sky Garden, as you can see over here. It looks like this is the queue over here. We're joining the queue and we've got our booking for 1 o'clock. Tickets are free to get into here, but you do have to book. Places are limited. So we had to book several weeks ago as soon as bookings open, which from memory is about 3 weeks before your travel date.
No videos or photos down here?
Okay, so here we are on the 31st floor, getting out of the very full level. As I said earlier, it's free to come up here, so you can imagine it's very popular. You do make sure you check when tickets are available and book far in advance.
Yeah.
Look at that, Grace. Isn't that amazing? Service at the restaurant or cafe bar up here is not so great, and the prices are absurd. So I just spent about 10 New Zealand dollars, about 6.5 euros for a drink up here, one Americano, and it's about a 15-minute wait just to get served incredibly slow staff. So you've got this area down here where you can buy your overpriced coffee, and there's an outdoor area there where you can have your views over the city, and then you can head upstairs here to the actual city garden. So we're just going to check that out now. It's up this flight of stairs. Okay, so we finished at the Sky Garden. Highly recommended while it remains free. As I said earlier, food and drink are overpriced upstairs, but I guess that's the price you pay if you want to eat there for getting to enjoy those amazing views for free. So now we're heading down to Tower Bridge and the Tower of London for the next part of our adventure today, so join us. We've made it to the tower. There it is, the Tower of London. And because it's obviously very busy, you have to join quite a long queue here that's labelled for all ticket holders and make your way down to the entrance. So that's what we're doing now. There are lots of school groups here today, so you may have to just scoot your way past them, and then it was a very short queue to get in. So this is where your tours start. We're joining the 2:30 tour, and it starts down here in the moat. We're looking here at hundreds of years of history summarized in here. So Elizabeth and I have actually been on the tour here before. That was 13 years ago. That was really good fun, so we're looking forward to taking Grace with us on the tour today. So one can only imagine the stories that these walls could tell. We're looking at buildings here that are 800 years old, 900 years old. We've got the bell tower up here behind me, which was built by King Richard in the 1190s. It has housed many prisoners, and many of whom came to very quick and untimely ends once they were found guilty of treason or similar crimes. You can see by the names of the towers, they're quite well labelled here, and the times written on them. This part was built in 1225. Now, if you come here on a weekday, like we have, today is Wednesday, you may find, especially in the morning, I suspect, although now it's 2 o'clock, that the grounds can be overrun by school kids. Okay, so we are heading down here into the moat at the main entrance to the Tower of London, and this is where our tour will begin with one of the beef eaters.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Wonderful, and welcome to His Majesty's Royal Palace and Fortress, the Tower of London, a World Heritage Site. The inner wall is 50 feet high, and the outer wall behind you is 28 feet thick.
St Thomas's Tower, 1275 to 1279.
Go and hurry up! You might be on holiday, but I've got work to do. Let's go.
main events. We're here to see the crown jewels, and this will be really amazing. But yeah, once you're inside, we can't take any photos, unfortunately. So you'll have to take our word for it on what we see in there. There are many buildings here on the grounds. Some of them you can take photos or video. This one is the Fusilier Museum. It also has the regimental headquarters for the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers and for the Prince of Wales Royal Regiment. So join us in here. So the highest military honour you can receive for bravery in British service is of course the Victoria Cross, and this display has medals received by many VC recipients, including the Victoria Crosses over here. It's an immense honour to receive the Victoria Cross, but often it means that you have died in the heat of battle, displaying immense bravery. So in the Fusiliers Museum you've got multiple rooms commemorating battles and campaigns that the Fusiliers have been involved in, including busts here of Hitler for some reason, and I think this is Mussolini potentially.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yes, a captured bust of Mussolini.
Oh, it was brought back by the Royal Fusiliers. Yeah.
And captured bust of Adolf Hitler.
Wow.
So this
That's probably as
is
much as
the sort of backpack that they carry into battle, but with 4 times as much weight as is in there right now. Grace is doing her best to lift it. So we're now entering the White Tower, which was the original tower built on the site in 1078 by William Conqueror, who had conquered England 12 years earlier, and was the home of kings and queens for the following 400-500 years. You can thank my family later for civilizing England. So here we are inside the White Tower. As you can see behind me, there's an incredible display of armor from hundreds of years ago. So if you're a military buff or you love military history, you'll love to spend time here. You could probably spend an hour or two. So this is the chapel inside the White Tower. You can only imagine what sorts of church services may have happened here in the past. Prayers for protection of the kingdom perhaps even prayers of royalty who thought that their very lives were under threat. The final stop inside the White Tower, we've got all these cannons over here, muskets of various types, flintlocks, pikes, bayoneted rifles.
It was now time to race over to St. Paul's Cathedral for Evensong. This part of London was not like many parts of Asia where you were tripping over 7-Elevens with an endless array of food and drink options. It was a bit of a walk, and we were shocked that there was literally nowhere to stop and buy a drink, so make sure you bring plenty to drink with you.
So we have reached St. Paul's Cathedral. After a very fast walk, eventually we managed to find a vape store where we could also buy drinks. Beautiful building here, and squirrels. Beautiful park-like surroundings, even if you are not Christian or this isn't your sort of natural place to be. Beautiful, tranquil environment to visit. Okay, so we've experienced a little bit of disappointment here. We've gotten here in time for Evensong, that is normally at 5 o'clock in the evening, and tonight it's been cancelled.
But it feels like dinner time, so let's go and find something yummy.
So there are plenty of food and drink options around St. Paul's here. You've got Macca's just behind us, but you've also got our fancier options, so we're just checking out our options here.
We are eating dinner just across from St. Paul's Cathedral. The name of the restaurant is Franco Manca. It's a pizza place.
The pizzas are delicious and very large, as you can see here. 12-inch pizzas, 1-foot pizzas. Relatively thin. We just went for the absolute basic one, which doesn't even have cheese on it. It is delicious though, very, very good. Grace got the kids menu, which includes a slightly smaller pizza. She got cheese and meat on hers, as well as ice cream and fruit juice. So yeah, really, really good food, but not cheap. It was really good dinner. Cost us £27. The one thing I don't really like is that they automatically add a 12.5% service fee or tip, but it's optional, but it's really mandatory. So we're about to get on the classic London double-decker bus number 26 in our case, to head over to Trafalgar Square. Now buses, unlike the subway or the DLR, you only tag on, you don't tag off when you get off the bus. To Trafalgar Square, and Lord Nelson up there on his perch. Grace pointed out that if you look straight down over here, you can see Big Ben all the way down there in the distance. This is the West End, as I mentioned earlier, so everywhere you look you can see adverts for different shows. Clueless down there, for example. So you got the National Gallery over here. Wow, this is a big fire obviously.
Oh wow, there's 3 fire engines.
Oh, there he is, Grace. We've arrived at what used to be called Her Majesty's Theatre. Now, with the death of Queen Elizabeth a couple of years ago and the ascension of King Charles III to the throne, it has been renamed His Majesty's Theatre. There it is up there. There's obviously an emergency happening somewhere else downtown. We're seeing a lot of police cars and a lot of fire engines go past. Because we've got the cheap seats, we need to head round the corner of the theatre to this side entrance to make our way up to the balcony seats. So you can see that we're in balcony A29, 30 and 31, I believe. So once the show starts, you can't make any videos or take any photos. But for now we can. Okay, so here we are in the back of the theatre, just waiting for Elizabeth and Grace, who are at the toilets. Our seats are down on this side over here, in the highest balconies. Now, we did get the cheapest tickets, so you are a fair way away from the stage. But I think we had very similar tickets last time, and you could still see very clearly what was happening. These are the crazy scenes of the Phantom of the Opera. Just getting out onto the streets and trying to make our way back to the station. Everyone's super excited. It was a fantastic show. So, what did we think of our first day in London? Firstly, London is expensive. There's no way around it. Public transport, entry fees, except to the Phantom, are out of this world. We spent around $340 excluding accommodation and transport, just on meals, entry to the tower, and to watch the Phantom. And one of those meals was just getting food from the Borough Market. But we found service staff at the tower and at the theatre, as well as on transport systems, super friendly and helpful. And to be in a place with so much history and culture, and that has had such an impact on Western thought and tradition, is an immense privilege. What are your thoughts on our first day activities, and what do you think are the unmissable sights to see in London? Share your top ideas in the comments below. We have 3 more days lined up in London, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can join us for the ride. Take care, we'll speak again soon.